And this is one of my favorite maps. A lot of really, really cool things on this map.
Last chance to nail down your strategy.
We have this buff right here that spawns at about 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Hold on to your points. Seize
and
theirs.
what this is going to do is it's going to basically capture the entire points, all capture points for your team, no matter if the blue team has it or the red team has it. So it looks like we're going to see off not a good split by the red team, unfortunately. Blue team's going to be doing some good splits there. Blue team does go for the buff there in this area here. So they are.
Blue team
Can I
grab
draw
the
the map
capture
if I do
point.
this? Hey, I can. That's awesome. Looks like the red team is going to be able to come up here, and the red team is going to rotate down here to this area.
Ferocity
here.
has appeared.
Let's actually go to that area and see if they're able to actually stop this buff from being taken. All you have to do is hit the player, and the buff does stop. So if he can actually capture it or not, he does. He is able to capture it, and for the price of his death, he's going to give his entire team the buff. So I don't think that's really a bad downside here. He actually is very, very low. And he's not going to be able to actually get down there, and looks like the red team is going to be able to contest this area here. Let's actually go back to the altar here and just kind of see what's going on. Red team, a lot of red players there. So unfortunately, the blue team really isn't going to be able to do much, but they do capture the temple, and they are able to capture the gate. Let's actually follow the thief here just a little bit here, and go. He does get hit by Ketamonos here, and a couple of members of the red team, and he goes down very, very quickly here. Looks like the Guardian is a burst spec, so the Guardian's be able to take out him very, very quickly here. Take a look at the Warriors' point of view over at the gate. Dealing quite a bit of damage to this engineer right now. Unfortunately, not going to be able to take him down. He does go down himself. And red team trying desperately to contest this point here. And the Mesmer is going to really use his illusions to his advantage here, just kind of spawning a little bit more chaos into the mix here. But unfortunately, the Necromancer does come in with a lot of units there, and you're going to be able to confuse the red team just a little bit more as well. So the Mesmer and Necro are doing a good job at just kind of making units kind of spawn everywhere. Necromancer doing a good job at taking down the other Necromancer. Unfortunately, the Necromancer does rally, so that is going to be a interesting kind of twist here. Mesmer actually being able to hold the point for the red team, and it looks like the red team does own now the altar and the gate. So the blue team needs to step it up here just a little bit and try and pick off some of these buffs, as well as trying to get this altar, which is really now uncontested right now. A lot of damage and kind of battling going on in this gate area. Gate area is one of the most important areas in this, because it does give you access to that buff down there, which is the one that gives you pretty much all the points if you do get it. It's a long channel, and it's very, very hard to get if the enemy team.
Just like that, blue team takes
wow,
a capture
that was a big
point.
hiccup. I apologize.
Did you see that?
If the enemy team is able to actually spot you. So a lot of red team here. So again, blue team should be able to pick off a lot of these, a lot of the other uncontested points here. We did see the Guardian and the Ranger bring up that temple once again. And one moment. My wife texted me. Apologize. Just thought you saw these camera angles things working.
Stillness
the red team
has
is in
appeared.
complete game control right now. They have a lot of just kind of map dominance right now. Let's actually go for the little bit of underwater cam here. The hang on. Ranger desperately trying to grab this buff here, but I'm not entirely sure why he's just kind of standing there. I think he's thinking that it's going to spawn later, but he does have about 3 minutes.
Red team got a capture point.
And unfortunately, the red team is going to be able to capture the gate once again, as well as the altar.
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
So everyone's really trying to fight off the points right now. You really should be trying to fight on points. Not a lot of good choices being made here by either teams, although red does have more points than the blue team does. And it looks like they're going to be able to just kind of keep blue out of position constantly. Really, the Necromancer, or at least one of them, should really kind of walk up here and try and grab altar. but that is not going to happen. And it looks like the engineer is going to be some contested here. Geek is really trying to survive here, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to, and he's going to drop down here and let Red grab that point there. Looks like the Thief is going to follow him, though, so I'm not sure if this was the smartest idea from the Thief's point of view. Thief does a lot of damage, but against a Bunker Guardian, and he might not be able to do a lot of damage here. We do see the Guardian come in and try and get out this the Engineer. So we are seeing the Engineer versus the 3 people now. Mesmer, Guardian, and a Thief versus his Engineer. He is going to be knocked down and dropped into the water, so that's going to give him a free ticket to live for now. And the buff should come up in about a minute, minute 10 seconds, give or take a few. Let's actually go back to the Guardian point of view here. Getting a lot of damage dealt to him by the entire blue team here. It is a 4 versus 1, and he is going to go down. He does have his Wave of Light, which will push back all of the units. He is going to choose just to get stomped and resurrect here. So the Thief is going to come in here once again and try and mop up the rest, but unfortunately Veronica is going to get taken out very, very quickly here by the blue team. And again, the red team just really desperately trying to push in and save this capture point here, while the blue team also pushes in and tries to contest it. And unfortunately, FK, man, these hiccups are terrible today, is going to be rooted in place, but he is going to be able to get out of that very, very quickly here. Unfortunately, not doing a lot of damage to the red team. Now that the red team is all here, unfortunately not going to be able to be that effective. He is going to actually go down here. He might actually be able to get this buff. It is going to spawn soon.
Tranquility
looks
has
like
appeared.
Kedamonos and the
Stillness has appeared.
and the Engineer is actually going to be fighting for this, so it's going to be a 2 versus 1
Ferocity
here.
has appeared.
And Kedamonos is going to have a lot of trouble here. FK and Geek are going to be able to burst him down very, very quickly here, but he's going to have to really be careful, though. Wall Reflection was up. He does take out the Thief there, and it looks like the red team is going to bring in their Mesmer friend to help as well. And unfortunately, Geek is going to be going down here very, very shortly here. The Thief desperately trying to take out Kedamonos. Unfortunately, he is going to go down here as well. And it looks like the Mesmer and Kedamonos, the Guardian, what is the Mesmer name? Not entirely sure. My camera was just moved, but that's okay. Looks like the red team did come out on top, and it was 500 to 210. The main kind of draw for this match, honestly, I think, was the fact that red team was just very, very dominant in this gate area. They were able to hold a point pretty much the entire game. Blue team did not really do a good job at kind of making use of the roamers, which they really should have hit these 2 points and this point here as well. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to really do much in terms of being able to control the map.